Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, beautiful people. If you are new here, a very warm welcome to you. You have just found one of the best places on the internet to improve your English. And if you are a returning friend, oh, it is so wonderful to see you again. I am your host, and this is SERA English Channel, the place where we learn English together, through stories, through laughter, and through life. Now, before we begin today, I want to ask you something. Are you comfortable? Maybe you have your tea or your coffee. Maybe you are sitting on your sofa or lying in your bed, or perhaps you're on a bus going somewhere. Wherever you are, welcome. Today is a very special episode, because today I am not just going to teach you English words and grammar. No. Today I am going to tell you a story. And this story, I promise you, will stay in your heart long after you finish watching. It is a story about a young woman. It is a story about choices, about kindness, about what we leave behind when we walk through this world. And as we go through this story together, I will also help you with beautiful English vocabulary, so you are learning the whole time. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Our story takes place in a small, quiet town. The kind of town where everybody knows everybody. The streets are narrow, the houses are painted in soft colors, and in the evening, the smell of jasmine flowers fills the air. In this town, there lived a young woman named Clara. Clara was 24 years old. She was not rich. She was not famous. She did not have a big house or an expensive car. But Clara had something that many people in that town had forgotten. She had a warm heart. Every morning, Clara woke up before sunrise. She made herself a simple breakfast, bread, a boiled egg, and a cup of tea. Then she put on her yellow jacket, her favorite yellow jacket, and she walked to work. Clara worked at a small bakery on the corner of Maple Street. The bakery was called Morning Light. And every morning, the smell of fresh bread and warm cinnamon rolls drifted out into the street, calling people inside like a gentle invitation. Now, here is an important English word for you. The word is drifted. When we say the smell drifted out, we mean it moved slowly and softly through the air, like smoke, like perfume, like a secret. Beautiful, right? Let's continue. One morning it was raining. Not a gentle rain. A heavy, cold, unpleasant rain. The kind of rain that makes you want to stay in bed and pull the blanket over your head. Clara arrived at the bakery a little earlier than usual. She was arranging the bread rolls in the window display when she heard something outside. A sound. A small, tired sound. She looked out of the window, and there, sitting on the steps outside the bakery, was an old man. He was completely soaked in the rain. His clothes were thin and worn. His shoes had holes in them. And he was shivering. Do you know this word? Shivering. It means your body is shaking because you are cold. The old man was shivering, and his eyes were closed, and he looked very, very tired. Clara immediately opened the door. "Sir," she said. "Sir, please come inside." The old man opened his eyes slowly. They were pale blue, like a winter sky. "Oh," he said quietly, "I don't want to cause any trouble." Now, I don't want to cause any trouble. This is a very common English expression. When someone says this, they mean, I don't want to be a problem. I don't want to make things difficult for you. Do you hear how humble and gentle those words are? Clara smiled. "You are no trouble at all," she said. "Please come in. I will make you some tea." The old man's name was Mr. Aldrich. He had once been a school teacher, a teacher of literature and poetry. But now he was old and alone, and he had been walking for 3 days because his small apartment had flooded and he had nowhere to go. 3 days. Can you imagine that? Clara listened to his story very carefully. She did not interrupt him. She did not check her phone. She did not look at the clock. She simply listened. And sometimes that is the greatest gift you can give another human being. Not money, not advice, just your full attention. She gave Mr. Aldrich a warm bowl of soup, 2 bread rolls, a cup of tea, and a dry towel. And then she did something that surprised even herself. She picked up the phone and called her neighbor, Mrs. Park, who had a spare room in her house. "Mrs. Park," she said, "I have a friend here who needs a place to stay for a few days. He is a kind, gentle man. Can you help?" There was a long pause on the phone. Then Mrs. Park said, "Send him over." Just like that. 2 words. Send him over. Kindness has a way of spreading, doesn't it? Like warm light, like a good song. Now here's where the story gets interesting. Because in this same town, there was another young woman, the same age as Clara. Her name was Diana. Diana was clever, ambitious, and very beautiful. She had grown up with more money than Clara. She had better clothes, a bigger apartment, and many, many followers on social media. That same morning, Diana had also walked past the old man sitting in the rain. She had seen him. She had looked at him. And then she had walked past. Not because Diana was a bad person. No, I don't want you to think that. Diana was not bad. She was just busy. She was thinking about her morning meeting. She was thinking about her coffee order. She was thinking about what to post on social media. She was not thinking about the old man in the rain. And perhaps that is the saddest thing. Not cruelty, but distraction. Distraction. This is our vocabulary word for this moment. Distraction means your attention is pulled away from what is in front of you. We live in a world full of distractions, don't we? Our phones, our schedules, our worries. And sometimes, because of these distractions, we miss the most important things. 3 months passed. Life in the town continued as normal. Clara still worked at Morning Light Bakery. Mr. Aldrich was still staying with Mrs. Park, and actually, the 2 of them had become very good friends. He would read her poetry in the evenings. She would cook him her famous rice porridge. It was, as they say, a beautiful friendship. Now, one afternoon, something happened that nobody expected. A man came to the town. He was well-dressed, with kind eyes and a quiet, confident manner. His name was Mr. Harrington, and he was a successful architect, someone who designs beautiful buildings. He was visiting because he was planning to build a new community center, a place for the town's people to gather, to learn, and to grow together. And he needed a local person to help him. Someone who understood the town. Someone who knew its people. Someone with a good heart. He asked around. He spoke to the baker on Maple Street. He spoke to the flower seller by the fountain. He spoke to the old woman who sat by the library every afternoon. And every single person, every single one, said the same name. Clara. You want Clara, they said. She is the one you want. Now, I want to pause the story here for just one moment, because I think this is the heart of our lesson today. When Mr. Harrington asked, "Who is trustworthy in this town? Who is kind? Who truly cares?" Nobody answered with the name of the richest person. Nobody answered with the name of the most popular person. Nobody answered with the name of the person with the most followers online. They answered with the name of a girl who worked in a bakery, who woke up before sunrise, who wore a yellow jacket, who once gave a cold, wet, tired old man a bowl of soup and a cup of tea on a rainy morning. This is what the story is teaching us. Your reputation. Do you know this word? Reputation. It is what other people think of you. It is the image of you that lives in other people's minds. Your reputation is not built from your words. It is built from your actions. From the small, quiet, everyday choices you make, even when you think nobody is watching. But someone is always watching. Mr. Harrington went to Morning Light Bakery. Clara was behind the counter, packaging cinnamon rolls in small paper bags. "Are you Clara?" he asked. "I am," she said, looking up with a smile. He told her about the community center project. He told her he needed a community coordinator, someone to work alongside him, to talk to the residents, to understand what the people of the town truly needed. Clara was quiet for a moment. "Why me?" she asked. Mr. Harrington smiled. "Because the people of this town told me that you listen," he said. "And in my experience, someone who truly listens is worth their weight in gold." Worth their weight in gold. This is a beautiful English idiom. When we say someone is worth their weight in gold, we mean they are extremely valuable, precious, rare, like gold itself. And isn't it wonderful? The skill that made Clara so valuable was not a university degree. It was not a talent she was born with. It was simply the ability to listen, to be present, to look at another person and say, "You matter. I see you. I hear you." Clara accepted the position. Over the next year, she worked with Mr. Harrington and the whole community to build something truly beautiful. The community center had a reading room full of books and soft chairs where anyone could come and read for free. It had a language classroom where people could learn new languages and improve their English. It had a garden on the roof where children could grow vegetables and flowers. And it had a big, warm, open kitchen where every Sunday, volunteers came together to cook meals for anyone in the town who was hungry or lonely. The day the community center opened, the whole town came out to celebrate. And standing near the entrance, tears in his pale blue eyes, was Mr. Aldridge, the old man in the rain. He found Clara in the crowd. He took her hand in both of his old, gentle hands. "My dear," he said quietly, "do you remember what you did for me that morning?" Clara shook her head gently. "I just gave you some soup and tea," she said. Mr. Aldridge smiled. "No," he said. "You gave me something much more important than that. You gave me your kindness. And kindness, real kindness, it never disappears. It moves through the world. It touches one person and then another, like a stone dropped in still water. Like a stone dropped in still water. When you drop a stone in still water, what happens? The rings spread outward, slowly, wider and wider and wider. One stone, many rings. That is what kindness does. Now let's recap the beautiful English words and expressions we learned today. Number 1, drifted. To drift means to move slowly and gently through the air or water. The smell of cinnamon drifted out of the bakery. Number 2, shivering. Shivering means your body is shaking because you are cold or scared. The old man was shivering in the rain. Number 3, I don't want to cause any trouble. This is a polite expression we use when we don't want to be a burden to someone.
You can use it in real life today.
Number 4, distraction. Something that takes your attention away from what is in front of you. Social media can be a big distraction. Number 5, reputation. What other people think and say about you, based on your actions. She has a reputation for being generous and kind. Number 6, worth their weight in gold. An idiom meaning extremely valuable. A good friend who truly listens is worth their weight in gold. Number 7, like a stone dropped in still water. A beautiful metaphor for how one action can spread and touch many lives. One act of kindness is like a stone dropped in still water. It spreads further than you will ever know. 7 powerful expressions, all from one story. That is the magic of learning through stories. Now, every good story has a moral, and a moral is the lesson that the story teaches us. And I believe this story teaches us 3 beautiful things. The first lesson is this: kindness is never wasted. Even when it seems small, a bowl of soup, a cup of tea, a phone call, it is never wasted. It plants a seed, and seeds, with time, become beautiful things. The second lesson is this: slow down. Look around you. The people who need us are not always standing in front of us waving their arms. Sometimes they're sitting quietly in the rain, and all they need is for someone to notice. The third lesson is this: your reputation is your greatest treasure. Not your bank account, not your followers, not your title or your job or your house. What people say about you when you are not in the room, that is what matters. And you build that reputation one small action at a time. Every day, every choice. So make your choices count. So, my friends, how did you enjoy today's story? I really hope you loved it as much as I did. And I really hope that somewhere in this story, you found a word or a phrase or a feeling that will stay with you. Because that is what language truly is. Language is not just grammar rules and vocabulary lists. Language is stories. Language is connection. Language is feeling. And every time you practice your English, every time you sit with a video like this one, you're doing something remarkable. You're opening a door to a bigger world, more opportunities, more conversations, more understanding. And I am so proud of you for that. Now, I have a little challenge for you. In the comments below, I want you to write one sentence using any of the vocabulary words from today. Any one. Maybe you write, "The smell of my mother's cooking always drifts through the house on Sundays." Or maybe, "My best friend is worth their weight in gold." Any sentence, any word, just write something. Because writing is practicing, and practicing is learning, and learning is growing. And you, yes you, are growing every single day. Before I go, I want to say something from my heart. Thank you. Thank you for choosing to spend your time here with me. Time is the most precious thing we have. And you chose to spend some of yours here, learning, growing, trying. That means more to me than you know. If this video helped you, even just a little, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find this channel and start their own English journey. And if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe right now. Click that button, ring the bell, and never miss a single story or lesson. We have so many more beautiful things coming to this channel. More stories, more vocabulary, more conversations, more fun. This is only the beginning, and I want you to be part of it. Okay, my beautiful friends. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, keep choosing kindness, because the world needs more of it. And so does your English. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.